Real Enigmas and Theories is back again with another video. I'm gonna say this from the top, and I gotta keep it a stack with y'all. Homie should have gave Shorty more rice than that. I mean, you already cooked the fish to the bone and was nothing left on it, and then you only gave 1 scoop of rice? Nah, bro. The Jamaicans would have given me at least 3. And I'm not Norwegian, but where was the vegetables at? Don't tell me I gotta go pick something off of a tree. And one more thing before we get started. This dude looked like a young Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. Vigo was trapped inside of a painting, and people would be possessed when they stared at him. He was also inspired by Vlad the Impaler, who was said to be a vampire. Willie brought up vampires to Apollo. I'm not saying that had anything to do with the show. That was just something that my magnifying glass picked up. Now, since we're talking about Vigo and Willie, it makes me think about what Kindergarten said about not knowing who he was either. It's that either word.
You know, I didn't know my real name either. Didn't know who I really was.
I think he was talking about Apollo. I think he knows that Apollo is like him. Apollo did not find the island because he's a god. The string helped him see past the glamour. Apollo was named after Creed. His father did call him the god Apollo and kissed him on his forehead, but this is the same man that wanted to name him Rocky. Apollo commonly refers to himself as a god, but we haven't seen it actually work in his favor yet. He tried it when he was trying to get into that bookstore. He was telling himself that he was the god Apollo, but he still got denied. He tried it when he wanted to make Emma stay and not go to Brazil, but she still left. He tried it again when Emma had him locked to that pole like Crazy 8 from Breaking Bad. It didn't work there either. And then he tried it when he got to the island, but he got beat like eggs at the Waffle House. So don't fall for the misdirection from Callisto, referring to a god only being able to get to the island. Pay more attention to Willie calling him brother and the fact that his father was reading him that book. Something else my magnifying glass picked up. I made a joke in my last video about Apollo eating oatmeal with stevia, but that made me think about the tab that Willie was drinking. Stevia is a plant that is also an alternative sweetener, and tab was a Coca-Cola product that used cyclamates and later saccharin as a sweetener. They chose to focus on Cal putting that in his bowl, and it seems arbitrary, but Apollo also refers to Willie as sweet.
Almost like that guy is not the same person I met. He was sweet.
There could be something there, but maybe not. Give me some feedback in the comments about that one. Something else I noticed was the little girl Gayle that fell off the scooter twice. She was dressed in all blue, and she had a red bag that kept disappearing. I think that she will know where Emma is or how to get there, or Apollo will have to save her when Kindergarten's cavalry gets there. Gayle means a father's joy, and that's got me wondering, does Greta know what her husband is? And does Emma know what Apollo is? Peep how Apollo does the same voice as Kindergarten when he was reading that book to Emma.
We wanted, we needed. It's ours for the taking.
A meal inspired by baby Brian.
Boiled vegetables!
Kindergarten!
No doubt Kindergarten knows what's going on with Apollo, and he knows about Lillian. And Lillian spoke to Emma about the most unbreakable chain, which is the mtDNA or mitochondrial DNA. When she spoke about her hand grabbing her mother's hand and her mother before her and so on, she was describing the mitochondrial DNA. If you want to get real nerdy, go look that up. Now, in my last video, I said that Emma may have been locked up in the same place that Apollo was and carved that passage into the wood. And something that I picked up in the first episode, I had forgot about it when I said that, but when I thought about it again, I remember that you can see Emma clearly was in that cell. Here it is. I'm sure that when she realized that she didn't kill Apollo, she knew that he had the string and that he would make it to the island. I bet Emma had an encounter with Gayle, and she may know how to get to Emma. I wonder if Cal ever noticed the red string on Apollo's finger. He did point it right at her, Is it possible that she's unable to see it? If I didn't know any better myself, I would say that the string might have been helping Apollo. I mean, how is a cut string staying on this man's hand? He's been beat up, baptized, and spent the night in a cell. How is the string still holding on? So we see a little girl on an island of witches dressed in all blue with a disappearing red bag, a red string, and a red suitcase. I don't think the red bag disappearing was an accident. We were supposed to keep an eye on her. Hell, they made her fall twice. Apollo also says she reminded him of Emma, so it would be fitting to have her aid in him finding her. Now I'm getting some feedback from people in the comments that have read the book. I haven't read the book yet. I think I'll read it after I finish writing my novel. But they're saying that Emma's third wish is more simple than we think. And they're also telling me that some of my theories are right and that so far the series is a replica of the book. I really hope they switch up some of the things from the book, especially the things that have to do with the mystery within the show. Because if not, where's the fun in that? Something else I picked up on. It kind of made me laugh when I noticed it, but doesn't Father Hagen look like Brother Noomsy from The Golden Child? Another little funny detail about The Golden Child is that it was about a detective who was looking for missing children. It makes me wonder what would have happened if they would have got little baby Gremlin baptized. Apollo's mom obviously got him baptized, and that could have helped her in raising a changeling. It's just something about the way that she brings up baptizing and then she ties it into the mitochondrial DNA. I think that she practices magic from multiple schools of thought, just like the Quilombo in Brazil. And she definitely gets a kick out of the Obia wedding song, which is something that most Christians wouldn't do. In my last video, I called Kyle Calypso when it's actually Callisto. Some of you corrected me in the comments and I thank you for that. Don't mind me. I had just had some of Fatima's gas pack, and if you know, you know. Also, where is Michelle? We need to know what that third wish was, sis. Come on with it. And what did you mean when you said father of the bride when you met Apollo in that restaurant? We need to know that. And why were you not at your best friend's wedding, but so quick to tell her husband the tea when she left the room? Just something to think about while we wait on the next episode. That's all for my video today. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.